Welcome to our city. I'm Alonzo Jones, sitting in for Mayor Bowledge this week, and here's what's going on this week around our city. On Thursday, November 23rd and Friday, November 24th, City Hall will be closed. We wish everyone a happy and safe Thanksgiving. Just a reminder that Friday, November 24th is Black Friday, one of the busiest shopping days of the holiday season. We encourage everyone to take advantage of the many discounts throughout the city of Elizabeth, visit our stores and restaurants. Then on Monday, November 27th at 10 a.m., Mayor Bowledge will attend an unveiling of a mural at the Miller Evans Logan Recreation Center, which is located at 161-163 First Street. For more information, please call 908-820-4220. Then on Tuesday, November 28th at 6 p.m., Mayor Bowledge will join the Elizabeth Avenue Partnership at their annual tree lighting ceremony at Union Square Plaza, which is located at the corner of High Street and Elizabeth Avenue. This event will feature holiday music and a visit from Santa. The rain date will be Monday, December 4th. For more information, please call 908-965-0660. If you need more information concerning these events or any other events this week, please contact the Public Information Office at 908-820-4124. We'll be back with this week's show after these words. Thank you.
We're creating tomorrow's jobs today. Kane University.
Welcome back to this week's segment of Our City. I'm pleased to be joined by Jubilo Afonso, and we're going to discuss the upcoming feeding on Thanksgiving. Welcome, Jubilo.
Welcome, Alonzo. How are you?
I'm pleased and happy to be here with you. Before we start the show, tell us a little bit about yourself, please.
I'm 33 years old, lifelong resident of the city of Elizabeth. I'm an attorney here in town, and I've got a wonderful wife and 4 beautiful children.
Now, do you have twins?
I've got 2 sets of twins.
Two sets of twins?
The youngest ones are 8 weeks old.
Congratulations.
Thank you. Yeah, so I actually like to think that I'm getting a lot of sleep, thank God. So they're not bad. They're good girls.
Now, all 4 girls?
No, I got 2 girls, the youngest ones, and 2 boys, the oldest ones. So,
okay.
So they're going to look out for them.
Now, you're a member of the Portuguese Lions Club.
That's right.
How long have you been a member?
I've been a member with them for about 15 years now, after the Leos Club. Right. And their main mission is dedicated to helping the blind, but they do other civic charitable events as well.
Now, one of the most outstanding things that I know about takes place each and every year at the Sampson Center. Tell us about this.
Well, for the last 30 years, the Lions Club has been hosting a holiday feeding for Thanksgiving. It's between the hours of 12 and 2. And they've been doing that for the last 30 years. Most recently, it's been at the Sampson Center ever since myself and my co-chairperson have been in charge of it. It's been about 10 years. Before that, it was at St. Patrick's, and it was a staple there down the port for about 20 years. Due to budget constraints and everything, we had to move it to a new facility, which we are very excited about. The Sampson Center is a wonderful facility in the city.
Now, this is a very noble gesture on your part, and it's not something that everyone's willing to do to give up time away on Thanksgiving. On a day like this, what does a meal consist of? Well,
it's obviously turkey. You can't have Thanksgiving without turkey. And all of the trimmings. We have a wonderful dessert. We have mashed potatoes, cranberry sauce, everything that you would expect at a normal, regular Thanksgiving dinner. I do want to just stop you for a moment. You said that not everyone's willing to give up their time. That's the one thing that really touches my heart every year. The amount of people that show up in order to volunteer their time, and people go and they bring their children. I get phone calls every year that people want to come and they want to volunteer and they want to help, and they say, I've got a 5-year-old, I've got a 6-year-old daughter, I want to teach her to give back to the community. Can I bring her? And it's just wonderful that people come, they bring their kids, they bring their family, they make a day out of it, and not only being with their family at home, but being there helping other people as well.
As you mentioned, so the volunteers go above and beyond just the Portuguese Lions Club. How do you find these volunteers?
They find us. Honestly, it has become a tradition for people year after year. I've said we've been doing it for 30 years, and every year I see the same people, except, like I said, now a lot of them bring their kids with them, they bring their significant others, and it brings a little joy into their hearts as well to help bring joy to other people.
Right. And as you gave the time, I know, let's just say you start serving, what, 1 o'clock, 12 o'clock?
No, we start at 12.
Okay, you start serving at 12, but it takes some preparation prior to 12. What time does this day start for you guys?
The week starts on Tuesday when they start getting everything together, chopping everything up, getting it together in order to be able to have it cooked. It's not an easy task to cook 20 turkeys, to have them to have them ready. I mean, you can cook them, but they're very tasty. Let me put it that way. I usually have my Thanksgiving meal there before I go home and be with my family at night.
So now, is this event open to everyone? How does that work?
It's open to anyone that wants to attend. Right? Most of the people that do attend are seniors from our city, as well as the needy and the less fortunate. But it is open to absolutely anyone that just wants to come and have a meal with other good people. And
the people who eat, do they have to register in advance, or they just show up the day of? Or
no, I get a lot of phone calls. My phone number's on the flyer. People call me. I want to mark my spot. I want to register. I want to be there. I said that's not necessary. Please just show up. It's open to everybody. We've never had a problem with seating people. Because the people that go, they are very accommodating. So once they do, they finish eating, they see that other people are waiting, they do rotate, and because you're there with other people, it's just very nice environment.
And those who are in need, is transportation available or no?
There is, within the city limits, obviously. We get a bus from the Office on Aging, and the police officer from the city is kind enough to go and provide the transportation, actually drive people around from several of the different buildings. Transportation starts at 11, all the way up until 12, and they pick people up at Farley Towers at 11, Elizabeth Towers at 11:10, O'Donnell Towers at 11:20, St. Patrick's Church, which is where we originally had it, at 11:30, the Election Manor at 11:40, Fort Leonard Towers at 11:50, and the last pickup is at St. Joseph's Social Services at 12.
So you're picking up from all over the city. That's a lot of people.
It is a lot of people. Again, we want to try to go and make it as accommodating for as many people as we can. I even get phone calls from people outside of the city that want to come. Unfortunately, we're just not able to provide transportation for them.
And roughly speaking, what's the average turnout for something like this?
I've counted every year between 300 and 350 people.
And with that many people, how many volunteers do you need?
I actually don't have a count for you on that. I'm sorry. Our kitchen staff, our cooking staff consists of about 10 people. The main people there are Mr. Manny Grova Sr. And his wife, who've been doing it since I can remember.
So he comes up from Florida every year just to cook?
Every year. He drives up every year.
Right.
Just to cook. And
I heard he's one of the best turkey makers in America. Is this?
Well, there's a reason I have my lunch there before I go.
Someone told me before, you haven't eaten a turkey until you've tasted his turkey. So.
No, he takes a lot of pride in it.
Right.
He takes a lot of pride in that and his gravy and everything that he puts together for it.
And the gravy.
The gravy, the mashed potatoes, everything.
So it goes beyond the turkey as a specialty. He can just
he cooks the entire meal.
Excuse me.
He cooks the entire meal. Just obviously the turkey's the centerpiece.
Right. I've been here for years. He comes all the way from Florida, and it's one of the best tasting meals that people can imagine.
There's only one time that I remember he didn't come. That was about 2 years ago.
Right.
And he managed to have his granddaughter there cooking, as well as some other friends there cooking. And I didn't see anybody with their cell phone down. He kept calling people to make sure, did you do this? Did you do that? Right. Because they start the preparations in his kitchen.
Wow.
And so he was directing people on where to find everything and how to cook it.
Amazing.
He takes a lot of pride in it.
Yeah. So to launch an event like this, no charge to the public, you have to have some sponsors involved.
Well, as far as sponsors, we try to shy away from monetary donations.
Okay.
Right. It's a complicated time of year. Right. People ask for donations for a lot of different events. Christmas is coming up. Right. People are a little strapped for money, as you can imagine. But we tell people that we want them to give us either the drinks, the desserts, whatever we need in order to cook the meals. We also give a gift to every child that attends, right? So we try to have some of those donated as well.
Yeah.
Right. The turkeys are donated every year by the local PBA from Elizabeth Police Department.
Okay.
Right. So that goes a long way towards helping the overall costs.
Right.
But any extra costs are picked up by the organization, the Elizabeth Portuguese Lions Club.
This is a great thing. And what time does this take place?
It starts at 12, and it's until 2. We have gone there past 2, obviously, depending on the turnout. Right? And anybody that goes there, they're welcome to have the meal. And if we have extras, we also do provide take-home containers for people to be able to take meals home for later on.
And the location, where is it going to take place?
It's at the Stephen Sampson Senior Center. It's at 800 Anna Street, which is at the corner of Anna and Division Street.
Okay. And if someone wanted additional information, what's the best number to contact you? Or
I'm going to actually give my cell phone number.
Okay.
I think it's the easiest way they can contact me, which is 908-447-9735. I can't always pick up, obviously, so if I don't pick up, just leave a message. I'm very good at returning phone calls.
So if you had a wish list of some things that you can ask for additionally to what you already have in place, what would some of those items be?
I always ask for non-perishable items because we use them on Thanksgiving Day itself, right? And whatever's left over, we do Christmas baskets for people.
Okay.
Right? So anything that's non-perishable that we can use, we'll then use in about 30 days. When we go, we put baskets together. We usually get about 50 baskets together for families within the city of Elizabeth that we go and deliver to them.
And now after this, what's some other events the Lions Club is involved in?
Well, every year we go, we do White Cane, where we go and we try to raise funds for, like I said, our main mission is to help the blind. Right. We also go and we have something called Driving the Blind, where we get different blind members from the community together in order for them to be able to partake and converse, well, to be with each other, so to speak, to have meetings. Right. So it is a very good organization. Right. And if anybody does want more information on that, I'll give you my phone number again, which is 908-447-9735. There's the Elizabeth Portuguese Lions, there's the Cuban Lions, there's a couple different Lions clubs in the city of Elizabeth. It's obviously open to people from all denominations, right? and I'll be happy to guide them in the right direction if they do want to get more involved.
And at what age are you eligible to start participating with the Lions Club?
Well, I was actually involved with the Leo's Club, which is the youth group, when I was much younger. And then I believe I was 18 or 19 when I transferred over to the Lions Club. The actual age group, I'm embarrassed to say I don't know when it actually begins. I assume 18. But we do have a youth group. If there's younger people that are in high school, they want to get some community service hours, or they just want to be part of a really good organization, you know, we do have it for them.
Okay. And on Thanksgiving, is there entertainment, or they just eat and?
Well, this year I'm trying to procure a band, Mavis, which is made up of blind musicians. And they've been very good at coming some years. It's obviously difficult depending on transportation, and I know that they have lost some members recently. So we're trying to get them. If not, unfortunately, you're going to have to make do with my iPod and some Christmas carols.
Okay. And in the past, has it been entertainment or just your iPod?
Like I said, we've have had Mavis come some of the previous years, which everyone loves.
Okay. And the day starts at what time for you that day?
I wake up at 7 o'clock in the morning. We have to go over to Mr. Grover's house, pick up everything that he already has prepared, bring it over to the Sampson Center. They're very good at the center as far as opening doors for us and having different supplies and things that we need ready for us. And my day only ends sometime 3 or 4 o'clock after we go. We get everything put away and start getting ready for Christmas.
And as we mentioned, this is a great gesture on the part of the Lions and yourself. What's the response of those who partake in the meal there?
Oh, they're very thankful. I mean, that's the reason that we do it. You know, one of the things that breaks my heart is when you go and you see children there. Right? But then you go and you say, well, it's good that they're here as opposed to being somewhere else. And the reason that they're there is because the families, the fathers, the mothers, they're trying to keep their family together. Sometimes this is the only way that they can do it. Right? So we do, like I said, we have gifts for them because we try to make it a little nicer for them. Right.
So once again, before we leave and cut the segment, provide your number.
908-447-9735.
I want to thank you and the Lions Club for the great work you're doing, not just for this event, but throughout the year. And much continued success.
Thank you, Alonzo.
My pleasure. We'll be back with the second half of Our City after these words. Thank you.
We're an American original. Dependable, historic, nuanced, with all the comforts of home, even when you're just visiting. So we're celebrating for all that we've left untouched and all that we've changed. A place where the past meets the future. So consider this your invitation.
We've been celebrating here in Elizabeth for 350 years, and we're just getting started.
Welcome back to the second half of Our City, where I'm pleased to be joined by Darnell Woodard, who's Elizabeth Fire Department, and Mr. Mark Brown, who's a personal trainer. And we have a great topic we're talking about today. We're doing a winter project coat drive. Welcome, gentlemen.
Well, thank you.
First time on the show for both of you?
Yes.
So we're going to start with you, Darnell. Tell us a little bit about yourself.
Elizabeth resident. I serve as a firefighter for the city of Elizabeth. just putting my hand in to help.
How long you been a firefighter?
2 years completed in January.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
And Mark?
I'm a personal trainer in Elizabeth, New Jersey, lifelong resident as well. Same as Darnell, kind of like this happened organically, and we're here.
Now, how did the two of you meet?
Mutual friends,
Okay.
and then it sort of blossomed from there, and then we into the same thing, working out,
Okay.
fitness and things like that.
So you're working out, and somehow or another you come up with this concept of a warm winter project coat drive. How did that come up?
Well, actually, we were coming from my studio, and we were leaving out. It was like a cold night, and we saw like an elderly man walking with just like a t-shirt. And I had a sweatshirt in my car, and I asked him, did he want in? He said, yeah. And then Darnell came up with the idea of going, hey, maybe we should do like some sort of coat drive, and just kind of happened organically like that. We got social media involved via Facebook and Instagram, and it blossomed. We were able to grab over 120 coats.
Wow. So this is your first year doing it, or how many years?
Last year was our first year.
Yeah.
And last year, how many coats did you say you collected?
A little over 120.
Wow, that's great. And is it hard to find the people who are in need of the coats?
Absolutely not.
Not at all.
Train stations, the food drive that's near like Piers Manor, a couple other, and then just passerbyers. The word got out. We put flyers out at the laundromats and different areas near the train station, and that was pretty much it.
Yeah, we actually did groundwork. We actually went to the streets.
Yeah, did the groundwork.
We're from the city, so we know the areas that usually most people would need it.
Right. And
we actually gave them to people that was out there.
So Darnell, can anyone make a donation, or do they have to live in Elizabeth?
Anyone can make a donation. We would prefer all the donations, the coats to be clean, preferably before, because we check them before we give them to the residents, just to make it easier for us, because we go through a lot of coats in that day.
Okay. And Mark, who are some of the sponsors for this event?
Actually, we don't have any sponsors. The sponsors are just, citizens of the city and friends and family and customers of mine and coworkers of his, and it just kind of happened like that.
And as far as the items being dropped off, where do you suggest they drop them off at?
Well, we're actually dropping them off at my studio at 347 Vine Street in Elizabeth. It's in the Elmora section. And we'll be doing that at 3:30 p.m. on December 30th.
Okay. And as you say, coat drive, is it just restricted to coats, or do people bring other items?
Anything that's winter friendly, gloves, hats, scarves, anything that can help somebody that need it.
Children's coats as well. We
definitely need children's coats, because it was a
shortage on that.
Yes.
Okay. And if someone wanted to go above beyond that, I know a lot of the young kids need pull-ups, Pampers, I don't know what they call them nowadays, but would you accept items like that also?
Absolutely.
Absolutely.
And the specific hours and times for this donation?
Well, this is going to be held December 30th at 3:30 p.m. and we're kind of going to run like until we run dry. It's
no time limit. Until everybody's helped. Until we get enough coats where.
Because we have people on the ground, and then we'll also have people receiving the coats, and then we're kind of working off our cell phones, text messages, and hey, someone just dropped off 10 or 15 coats, and we build a little team and work from there.
Now, when you say build a little team, is just the two of you involved, or is there others?
No, actually, we have another friend that was involved, Al. He wasn't able to make it. It's his birthday, so he's on vacation.
You want to say happy birthday, Al?
Happy birthday, Al. And I have a few of my family members that helped out as well. My sister, she's actually a keen student here, and so.
Okay. What's the response of people when you say we're doing a coat drive?
They love it. I mean, it's clear evidence because we're here. And, this was, no hard work got noticed. Especially when you're doing something positive, helping people.
And it relatively easy. I mean, I think everyone can just go in their closet and find something for 2-3 years ago that you don't wear anymore, that's maybe outdated or out of style, or it doesn't fit, or whatever the case may be, and then you can just kind of give it to us and we'll handle it. We'll handle the rest.
Yes. Now, we were talking before we started taping, and I was saying that a lot of people don't know, but we just sacrificed or altered our meals for a day or two, we probably could afford to give a brand new coat
Absolutely.
to someone.
Absolutely.
And we've had people do that as well. It's like, hey, you know, I don't
got
have
a lot
any
of
new
coats.
coats, but you know,
Yeah.
here you go.
And we only taking coat donation, no money, because nobody's trying to come up off anything. We just want to help the people.
Yeah. In the first half of the show, we talked about the Portuguese Lions and how they're feeding people and sacrificing to give. And here's another chance for someone to sacrifice and give, because let's just say, as you mentioned, the coat you have is just out of style. Who says you can't wear that out of style coat one more time and be kind enough to give someone a brand new coat?
Absolutely.
And you walk around when you're uncomfortable.
Absolutely.
How do we get that message across to people?
Social media is a big help. We used it just to push the flyers. We would send messages to people and obviously texting and calling, things like that. But social media is like the thing that's really helped us.
Yes.
And how do you find the families or individuals who are in need?
Via train stations. When we put the flyers out, we were kind of like telling people to spread the word that they can come right to my studio. We were letting everybody in. You had a couple people, you know, trying on coats. Hey, can I take another for my buddy? Okay, bring your buddy. He can come back and get his coat. You know, so you know.
Are there any other services or any other items in addition that you need besides the coats and what we mentioned?
Well, actually, we had a few coats left over, so we were able to give them to what's the name of the place? The Salvation Army, right on West Grand Street. And she kind of told us, like, you know, hey, the coats are great. You know, a lot of people need them, but they have them like toiletry bags where they needed like soap. And she was saying, you know, if you knew anyone that can donate soap, or if you guys do the coats next year, can you grab soap? So I was like, oh, no problem. You can throw that in the list as well.
So toiletries would be accepted also?
Toiletries, yes.
Okay. And the best number for someone to contact you?
Well, you can actually email me at bodiesbymack@gmail. So that's BODIESBYMACK@gmail. BODIESBYMACK@gmail. And Darnell.
You can reach me at my email. It's my full name, Darnell Woodard @gmail.com.
Okay. And as a fireman, you guys are always doing great things. What's the response in the firehouse when they heard of this?
All positive, man. I got a lot of support from guys independently, because a lot of guys gave coats and things like that. You know, if you could take that type of job, you got to be a person that's willing to help. And, you know, as you can expect, everybody was behind it.
Right. Do you have fellow trainers you can reach out to, or?
Yes, I actually, well, more so clients. I was getting a lot of clients, and then like friends of, and we just spread the word, you know. So one of my clients would tell like her coworkers, and you know, via that and things like that. So.
And there's no age or gender restriction on items?
No, not at all. We need baby coats, the little kids snowsuits. We had a few of those. We kind of needed a few more. You know, all sizes, shapes, and.
And do you have a social media Facebook page or anything?
Yes, my social media is, my Instagram is Bodies by Mack, all one word with the number 1, BODIESBYMACK 1.
Okay. And before we wrap, is there anything, final words you'd like to say to the public?
Just want to thank you for the opportunity to, hopefully we can get 320 coats this year instead of 120.
Okay. We'll make that a challenge to the residents of the city of Elizabeth, those are watching.
Great.
And just one more final time, the location where they can drop them off, and the time.
You can drop all the coats off at 347 Vine Street, 3:30 December 30th.
And that's the only day you're taking them, or?
The only day, yes.
Okay. And if somebody had an emergency situation where they didn't drop off before, would you be able to accept it there or no?
I'll be able to accept it there, yes. I'm there basically all day, so if you can't drop it off that day, you want to drop it off the night before or a couple days before, bring it by. I'm there.
And this is year 2 of this initiative?
Year 2, yes.
Okay. Do you plan on doing it again next year and the year after?
Absolutely. We're going to try to do it every year.
We want to make it as huge as possible.
Get bigger and bigger every year.
We want to make it a statewide thing.
Yeah.
Like once we seen a response from the first one, we were like, wow, you know, this was probably a push for about a month of promotion. It was like, wow, imagine if we really, you know, really get after it.
So when the two of you are sitting in your brainstorm, did the other one ever said, no, it won't work?
No.
Because people, unfortunately, it's always going to be people that need stuff.
Right.
Less fortunate. So, you know, we're here to fill that void.
Okay. Well, we wish you two the best. Much
Thank you.
Continued success. And if you come up with another endeavor, don't hesitate to brainstorm and come up with something else.
Absolutely.
All right.
Absolutely. Thank you.
My pleasure. Thank you. We had a great show this week. We talked about the feeding on Thanksgiving and also the winter project coat drive. So if you want to help out with either one, don't be hesitant or shy. Please feel free. The numbers were given. And we want everyone to have a safe, wonderful, happy Thanksgiving. Thank you. Have a great week.
Offering everything you could want from college, including a life. Kane University.